Well, today's date, September 9th, marks the anniversary of an event in Oregon that was witnessed by people all around the world. A movie star began a journey from the Oregon coast to a small town in Iceland. But it was no ordinary flight, as many of you will remember. Here's our coverage from the KGW Vault 27 years ago today.
This monumental day for Keiko started like any other, with a routine workout. Trainers say the unsuspecting Keiko eagerly swam into his medical pen, and his trainers easily slipped a sling around him. His journey had begun. Keiko's covered in ointment to help keep him wet. Trainers give every attention to detail and safety. They keep him cool, dumping buckets of ice into his temporary tank. Although this is goodbye to Oregon's beloved whale, the Free Willy Foundation says the Oregon Coast Aquarium should be proud.
This whale, when he arrived in Newport, was in relatively poor health, and for instance, he could only hold his breath for about 3 minutes when he arrived. Today, he can hold his breath for almost 20 minutes, so he's a dramatically different whale.
He's healthier, he's bigger, and we wish him all the luck in the world going to Iceland.
Not only has Keiko's health improved well in Oregon, his fame has as well. As the caravan moved out of the Oregon Coast Aquarium, Keiko's fans say farewell. Then Keiko's caravan heads to the Newport airport. Inside his 28-foot by 8-foot tank, affectionately called his cradle, Keiko is surrounded by his trainers. 5 of them will move with him to Iceland. Keiko's transportation to Iceland is an enormous C-17. This Free Willy operation is arguably the most money spent on an animal, at least $12 million so far. But the Free Willy Foundation says what it stands for is priceless.
It is really showing the best side of the humankind. We're going into phase 2, which means we have succeeded.
The plane carrying Keiko made a rough landing in Iceland, blowing tires as it screeched to a halt. After about 2 hours, Keiko was transferred onto a flatbed truck, driven through the Icelandic town, and then lifted onto a barge, which took him back to a large contained pen in the same waters where he was born. Trainers eventually began escorting Keiko on long swims in the open ocean. They said he would approach other orcas, but he always returned to the trainer's boat and generally sought out humans instead of his own kind. He did make a journey to Norway on his own, nearly 1,000 miles, but once there, he was again attracted to boats and people. Keiko died of suspected pneumonia 5 years after his journey back to Iceland.